Roman Polanski is a free man. The Swiss authorities have let him go. They have also rejected the U.S.'s request to extradite him to America.
Yeah.
So he will basically not face any consequences. He's been in Switzerland enjoying house arrest in his beautiful chalet.
Right, I know. I love house arrest in Switzerland. It's fantastic. You just get to sit in a chalet.
Right.
Yeah, he has a 76-year-old Oscar-winning film, was imprisoned and then confined to his ski chalet in the Alpine resort of Stade with an electronic foot bracelet.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
It sounds awful.
How did he get through that? But anyway, if you don't know, Roman Polanski is in a bit of trouble with authorities in the U.S. because of the fact that he had sex with a 13-year-old girl back in 1977. He was actually charged with child molestation, rape, sodomy, and providing the young girl with illegal drugs.
With drugs. And then there was a deal that was being struck with L.A. prosecutors at the time. And we should also mention, just because it's interesting, I guess, that this happened at the home of Jack Nicholson for a model shoot that this young girl was on. In any case, he is an accomplished director, but people, I mean, this is what pisses me off about this story, is that people come out of the woodwork to say how important it is that he be freed and that this is ridiculous. His backers, ranging from fellow directors to French culture and foreign ministers, they say it's crude revenge against a major artist who deserved more respect. I mean, this is in a nutshell everything, and with all apologies to the entertainment hour, everything that I can't stand about celebrity is what we're talking about here, which is that, you know, that
if you're a celebrity, you can do whatever you want and not face any consequences for it. There will always be fans that are willing to stand up for you, regardless of the crime you've committed.
You might get 90 days in jail in Beverly Hills that turns into 10 or 20, but for the most part, you're not going to get very much. Now, I'm not saying he has been banned from the United States. He is a wanted man in the United States. He cannot come back to this country. There are some freedoms that are denied this man. But I just think that the blanket defense of him because he is an accomplished director is ridiculous. He's an artiste.
Right.
It's ridiculous, and no one else would get that.
No, I agree with you 100%. It is ridiculous. And, you know, just to give you an idea of, look, he's not allowed to come back to the United States. If he does, he's going to face consequences, right? But right now, he's in Switzerland. He's going to go live in France. He's going to live a great life. He's wealthy. No consequences whatsoever. And what I find most interesting about this entire story is that back in 1978, when he was on trial,
where were you in 1978?
I was not even existing.
Right, you were younger than Prometheus.
I was younger than Prometheus. Back in 1978, when he was convicted of all these crimes, his sentence was a 90-day sentence.
Yeah. For
child molestation, for rape, providing the girl with illegal drugs. 90-day sentence, that's it. He served...
Well, it wasn't even that he was sentenced. I think he was sentenced to 90 days of psychiatric treatment.
No, he was sentenced to 90 days in jail.
Right.
42 of those days, he underwent psychiatric evaluation. Okay, and they released him, and the judge said, okay, you are mentally stable. However, you must serve the rest of your sentence. And he fled the country.
Right. Well, I think the same treatment would be given, let's say, if Spike Lee did it. I'm sure everybody would be exactly the same, right? They'd say, oh, this man should be free. He should be free. I think there is a double standard in a lot of cases. I hate the hypotheticals because we don't know what would happen if Spike Lee did something like this, except that we know what would happen if Spike Lee did something like this. Listen, as far as I know, he may be perfectly innocent, but he fled the country. There's a presumption of guilt when someone does that, in my opinion. Presumption of innocence is thrown out when they leave. And now, just because of who he is, we want to, coronate him. And I think that's ridiculous.
Right. Well, look, the fact that the U.S. wants him to face consequences, I think is a good thing.
Yeah.
But I'm amused at the legal system in Europe.
Yeah.
And how lax they are and how little they really care about the crime he committed.
Right.
In fact, many of them are saying, oh, well, this crime was committed back in the 70s. It's crazy that you guys are bringing this back up now. It's done. It's over.
It's true. I mean, there's a great deal of liberalism about the law in Europe in some cases. But in any case, he is still a wanted man in the United States. He can't come here. He's no longer confined to his chalet. And he goes back to France, and that's that for Roman Polanski today.